Greetings, people. It's IRATE Prostate. It's Wednesday night and Wednesday, as they say, or Wednesday. If you're into Norse mythology. Welcome to Blade Runner 1997 video game, an old game which still holds up. This is a really fun game. There's multiple different storylines. There's so much this game has to offer. It's just a point and click. It's was way ahead of its time, and and when it came out, I loved it, and I didn't realize so many people had loved this game like I did because I was obsessed with it. And it starts here at Runsiters. You dirty bastard. That is that's sexual harassment. It's wake up. Hold on a second. Straight out of the movie. Hold it in Gaffer from the movie. Hey, Sora, Duck Dog, and Mason Opus. Hey, man. That always makes me laugh. All right, so here's the game cut. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this real quick. Because this is where you get like a list of questions you can ask. You can be an asshole, or you can be like a really goofy kind of dude, and so there's all these variables. That's what I love about this game. It's like it's there's so many variables. There's no like two exact ways to play this game. It's always just a little bit different, or a lot different depending on how you do it. I'm going to try to fix the audio problem, okay? That sucked. Sorry about that. I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna begin it back at the beginning. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see. Starting Let me know if you can hear that, Sora. Okay, Uzi, give me a thumbs up. Test.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one?
You dirty
Just
bastard.
one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you, we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've
It's
come to
bad.
sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue.
Wonder what that place smells like.
Animals, please, I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Sleep
I
with
was
the
just
wheel.
finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
BR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, 'cause it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Holden and Gaff were from the
Animal
movie.
murder done at Runsiter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runsiter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsitter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Okay. Now we go to the cutscene.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
And then I'm going to go and change the game elements. There's. I'll show you. All right. So there's like multiple different kinds. This is the designer cut. I don't know what that means, but this, when you click. All right. So when I click this, this is a this gives you like some options question wise. So it helps you like. The great part of this game is that you can never play the same game twice, really, and that's what. And so I like to put this part, use this because it gives me the most variables. Because some nights I actually feel like going one way, and some nights I feel like going another way. I really love this game, as you can tell. What up, y'all? Let me see.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
Horse chrome. Great joke.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
So if you don't touch them all, there's one question or there's two different questions that may or may not be asked.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
I already checked for a crowbar or some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep. Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair. McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. My precious one. She was my baby.
Well, isn't that cute? A candy bar. Yuck.
Those. Yum.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
Chopsticks.
A toy dog.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Jinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that. I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy. You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product? I'm ruined, totally ruined.
He meant Governor Newsom.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Gotta rack up those clues.
Here you are. All my animals.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you. It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance. What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runseter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night.
Yeah, that's
Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
Okay, so what we need to do is occasionally we have to go and collate our data, you know, all the clues and stuff, and sometimes we have to also go through the gun maze, which is it's part of the deal. We're gonna get in our car, whatever they're called. Hey, Ann Frankenberry, doing all right? How you doing? So let's see. Let's go to.
Laboratory.
This is the only time we see this dude.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. We got the animal corpses from Runcitas, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
It's a spinner.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Anamoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week. Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinning drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runcitas is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Zip, man. Alright. Yeah, dog. So, I don't know. It's my personal opinion, but and a lot of people say that. You know, it's not unique. Blade Runner is probably almost, I would call it the closest thing to the perfect science fiction movie ever made. I think Ridley Scott's brilliant. And, you know, it's, you know, reading Philip K. Dick is difficult enough, but bringing out, like, the essence of what his stories are, it takes talent anyway. I mean, I've seen dudes try to do PKD stuff, and it's just horrible. You know, but Scott did a fantastic job with androids. Yeah, big fan of Blade Runner. Me too, Dog. Love the movie. I can't see it enough times.
Mainframe and shooting range.
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the... All right, we got a bunch
Violent
of data.
street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Remember, this is 1997 when this was made. It's like a... this is supposed to be 2019. If I'm... Yeah, I think... Look at the Esper.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Runcitar crime scene.
Yep. Blade Runner 2049 is a really good movie. And I think Villeneuve maintained the aesthetic. I love French sci-fi anyway, so I got a thing for French creativity. Not the people themselves, just their art. I guess.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yep. And that was right. Howie Lee's is where Gaff picks up Deckard at the beginning of the movie. Because Decker's just eating some noodles, you know, might have, you know, not wanting to be bothered. Is that monkey still alive? I have never noticed that. Doug, so have you ever played this game, man? It was pretty fun. Alright, so let's see. I think there's a snake in this thing. That's a snake. Okay, that's a snake curled up. Reflection. All right. Doesn't say anything. Damn it. I guess I'm like one of those people that digs sandboxes. You know, I love getting immersed in kind of the ambience, you know, the game. You know, I like really atmospheric stuff. Let's see on this side. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. This is before they're dead. I'm so dumb. All right. This video game predicted Harambe. That's all I'm saying. And I'll stand by that assertion. I don't know what that is.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
Finally. F? What do you mean F? What's the matter, Sora? You don't hear me? Oh, it's freaking internet. Alright, so we're going to back out. Okay. Or is that F for like rest in peace for the creditors? I don't know.
Run sitter crime scene.
Oh. Well. Tiger, tiger, burning bright. I like the way the S4 works. Notice that the replicant's eyes are kind of glowing. Like, there's this whole big, there's like a video on YouTube where Ridley Scott talks about getting that, how he wanted to get that effect,
He
how
looks
they got
familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
it. It looks familiar. That's what the guy said. I don't know. Ah. Snap.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
Well, anyway, we took part.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
Killer. So I got all the info I need now. And what we do here is we look at everything we've got. Here now.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
So I tend to look at all the clues at the same time, right? You have to acknowledge each thing that you have for it to come into play.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runsitter hanging around with a big fat guy last week. This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. I already checked for a crowbar or some kind of tool.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury.
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something. That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car. The angle of impact was almost head-on, and there ain't too many spinning drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault.
scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler.
And we can never go to Ogilvy's to ask him.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No! There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
Well, they got the pink hair right.
Howie Lee's. Bryant once got food poisoning there, so he shut it down for a couple of months. Now it was always good for a freebie.
Yeah. The toy dog. Alright. So resume game. We have gotten all the cliffs we need now, and now we should have a new place to go to. Probably Howie Lee's. So let's go see what the boss wants to say. Alright, so that's right, you have to go through here. Say it to this dude.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy, Bryant finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guzzo was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guzzo could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Yo, Trippy.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Alright, so to get it over with, we'll just go ahead and go through the gun range, alright?
Hit the lock, Jack.
It hits the...
I guess there ain't no harm in it.
It increases your...
Target and shoot all threats.
targeting. It helps in the game. You know what I mean? It's not just a...
Confirm target as hostile before shooting.
No guarantees.
Completed sequence. Proceed to next station.
Yeah, can't shoot the lady with the baby. That's a no-no. Hashtag Ruby Ridge. Sorry, honey.
Completed sequence. Proceed to next station.
Okay. I don't know, man. Damn. Oh shit.
Completed sequence. Proceed to next station.
Okay. One more and we're out, y'all. Sorry. I suck ass. I don't know, man. It's like I'm putting. It's not. It's not on easy mode, so you know. It's like a. And this first time is usually really rough like this. It's the magic. Hey, she had a baby.
Completed all sequences. Proceed to exit.
You double click. This is available on GOG on GOG for $10. Actually, it was 10 Canadian, so it was like $8.50. How could I say no? Right? Like the Zeppelin song says. All right, let's go see if Goose is around or whatever his name is. And yeah. Sorry. This is the shit I verbalize when I'm alone.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it. Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Just make sure I got everything.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
All right, now we're going to go to Howie Lee's. Give me 1 second.
Ruth.
And so it's time to go to Howie's.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Just don't got the time, smartass.
You're a pretty smart-looking cat. You want to make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a book.
Got to mix more out back.
Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just months. Superior chef makes all kinds of new sushi.
This girl ever eat around here?
Nah, all gaijin look like the old man.
Gaijin?
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
Alright. So you know Zubin's the rat, right?
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. You know this girl or not?
Nope. I know who I know, and who I don't know. I don't know her.
Think hard.
Okay. Maybe seen her once. At station. Riding north on bullet train.
North, huh?
Oh, shit. Oh, no, man. Come on.
Locked. Locked.
Alright, so this means probably they'll probably attack me in my house. There's an option where you can murder the homeless dude and play dirty cop. So I might do that one night. Because I'm mean. Alright, so I found the license plate. Anything else?
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Alright, so we're going to go back to Cowie. Alright, so the deal is that when he flips the thing, it's like you have to click like a bunch of times real fast, right? So like he's running, so he doesn't fall down and can chase the guy, and you know, and either shoot him or let him go. So that option didn't exist, so because I was slow. So and that's Howie. A couple more questions.
This from your place, isn't it?
Yes, sir. You do Howie favor? Distribute all through our police station?
What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up. No one else. Clean as a whistle.
You're Prince, Howie.
So we're gonna go home and say hey to the love of our life. The only good rep's the dead rep. Blade Runner. Oh, here's Gaff.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that. I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s. So don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner.
So what if the odds that that's a real dog? We don't know. But she's a sweetheart doggo, and we're gonna give her a snack.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Yum. More.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Right? And
Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
No messages. I'm in demand.
right, and so at places you go to sleep, all right.
Portrait of the sleep deprived.
Cycle through.
Got your delivery here, man.
What?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes, right. Hold on.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about 1/3 of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy. How about turning that dial, okay? When I say...
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred Chihuahua, and he's totally real.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring, boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
You also do outside work?
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good, it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the works?
Only simulator. Extraterrestrial gravity.
1 more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Life building across town.
No, I swear. I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers, Miraji, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance, they're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row.
You one miserable package man.
No! No, please, don't!
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry, I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break on it. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciter deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
And the deal is that this game is supposed to be occurring like parallel to what's going on in the movie Blade Runner, right?
Your floor number, please.
The events that take place. Roof, damn it. Gots to go. I swear to God, the first time I played this, that whole replicant attacking me on the roof right before I got in the house, it took me, I swear to God, a week before I killed the guy. It was driving me nuts. It really was.
McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Glove test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
So there's some stuff around here we need to look at. Just appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man, because I really love this game. And so don't worry, trust me, we are gonna finish
the earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Anemoid Row.
Okay, just opened up Anemoid Row to us.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed. Not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Jesus.
I've seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
Ooh. Mushy.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
Good question.
The
Well, go to this.
takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Well, go to the trouble to you know, blow them up. You know.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Real. They were like Chihuahuas, right? So, another big fan of Chihuahuas. Okay, that means I got to come back, even though I've got the nickname.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the moon bus massacre that went down last month?
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Hell of a coincidence.
I'll call you if I find out anything more about your case.
It's in the crew from the movie, all the replicants from the movie were on that moon bus, right? When it crashed. So, you know, and that was a cool way to tie up a loose end, is to still have the moon bus in play. All right, let me ask this guy one more question here.
You friendly with Eisendaler?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisendaler, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
Off-world. Let's see.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture. You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendaler's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
Nice. Exactly. There's a club and you're not in it. Let's see. One more.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security's tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendaler's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
It's funny, I never noticed like the people talking in Chinese in each ear. It's this may be because of this game. If this is the game. All right, so now that's unlocked Animoid Row, where of course they make synthetic creatures for sale.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Down at the end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
cheap.
And remember, the snake guy was in the movie, so we're gonna talk to him first. And note that you see that. That means that's a scorpion.
Might I interest you in a snake lover one?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
Hey.
You're horning into my action, rookie. Take a stroll.
I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, noble one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a Cisco whoop without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
All right, so this is a terrarium with a scorpion in it. You know, for 1997, this is a fantastic game. You know, look-wise, but there are some, you know, some I don't know how to say it. If you're used to really good CGI, then it's gonna catch your eye. Look at the rest of it, man. It's right out of the movie.
Nice looking creatures you have around here.
See? Good product. Scorpions, my best work. Finest quality. And poison.
Isn't that illegal?
I have permit, senor. My customers demand authenticity.
So the...
Careful, senor. You're poison.
Scorpions?
See? Finest quality. Perhaps you purchased one?
I don't think so. They're beautiful, though. I've never seen one before.
Oh, that we do, senor.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon.
Hey.
What are you doing here, Slim?
One of the bullet bobs.
Had a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh?
How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davy Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davy like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon. I hear you've been waving guns around on Anemoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance.
Whoa.
You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of Chinyan. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says.
Say it, Alamo on Twitch. Thanks for hanging out, man. Welcome aboard. See Sora Luna, of course. Hey, everybody. I was just taking a second here. There's a couple more things we're going to do, and then I'll probably wrap it up for tonight.
Hey, put that away.
Whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa,
put
whoa,
something
whoa,
away,
whoa.
but it ain't gonna be my gun.
Little boys shouldn't play with guns.
That sounds like Scoot. Sorry. Sorry.
I heard you.
I messed the wrong
Is that
button,
right?
man.
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business. You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
That's right.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the Chinyan for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Voight comp test. Y'all ready?
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Voight comp? You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax. In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
I'm gonna like this one.
The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
Oh man, why'd you have to ruin it? I guess I'm gonna have to rip up the magazine.
You return from work to find that your home has been burglarized.
The son of a bitch who robs me is dead. Kablam! No fooling around.
And after, you feel...
Good. Real good.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
I kicked the crap out of the sicko.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's supposed to scare me?
Not scare, just shock. Provoke a reaction.
I heard worse in the wars. Hell, I done worse.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
I'm not much for art.
A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd burn it. Burn the whole damn place to the ground.
You're in a desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden you look down and see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you. You reach down and flip the tortoise on its back.
We know what happened.
Is that right?
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun. beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping. Why is that?
Put your toys away, McCoy. I've had enough.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
Thanks for your time.
All right. Oh, Kingston. Okay, here we go.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions, they always need answers.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisenduller at the Tyrell building?
Eisenduller. Oh, Eisenduller, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead. That stew's looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
Thanks for your time. I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
One good one. I'm gonna say.
Sometimes we're called blade runners. Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed. Not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA?
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. You know the moon bus meth?
The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof.
The dog collar has a name on it.
Ricky, maybe?
Okay, so now we go back. Let's go back to Tyrell. Hey, Johnny Bond. Sacco. I'm trying to get in that computer now.
Messy up there, isn't it?
No idea.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Eisendaler had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisendaler, so I figured they must be worth having.
Of the Scorpion thing, okay? Alright, so I've never played a version where it's like even at this point, alright? Because sometimes it's not there. Most of the time it's not there. Alright? I'm gonna come back and say hey to the lady. Buy a bracelet for Maggie. Or that bracelet for me that says Maggie. Kinda gay, I know.
Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that.
It's kind of ugly, but you talked me into it.
Sometimes
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Oh, I didn't look at the Eisendaler. Okay, I know that. We got to get on the Esper, man. And look at that picture, or those pictures from the desk. I totally forgot about it. So I'm gonna do it from my house this time. You know what? I think I'll do it at the office. Hold on. Sorry, dude. I changed my mind. So loud. Anytime, Johnny Bonsaco. Come on, run. Run, boy. Run, Forrest, run.
Laboratory. Mainframe and shooting range.
Esperance.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Yeah. Eisendaler's face. No. So, all right, there's like redundant clues to make sure that you get the clue, so you have to do certain things like this thing.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
Right. Back out. The rep.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Anemoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that.
A bomb.
Give me a hard copy of that.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Give me a hard copy of that.
Alright. We definitely were supposed to get the Ricky for the computer thing. Password login.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Right, I'm probably going to give this about 15 or 20 minutes.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Anemoid Row.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for.
The dog collar has a name on it.
The earring was shaped like an insect.
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
I'm not sure if that was James Edward Almos.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags. And you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no? Recording off.
Nice subtle. Now, so she turns the recording off and I guess she beats the shit out of him or something because...
Describe them to me again.
Just the Rastafarian fellow. And that friend of his. A slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail? Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow? He owns the armament shop up.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zuben? Just month. Super...
Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
Yeah, Zubin's the dude I wasted, so. Air juice for 5. Australian classic game. Watching ROM background like usual. You should come on the show and talk lore sometime. All right, man. Just hit me up in the DMs. I'll talk to you.
Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
Kingston. All right, so now we can take the picture to the girl, to the lady.
See? Eine Soptera.
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all...
You know this girl or not?
Nope. I know who I know, and who I don't know. I don't know her.
Think hard.
Okay. Maybe seen her once. At station. Riding north on bullet train.
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduller, he almost never left his lab. I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Alright, so that's all the stuff. Now we can go back and go up.
Roof.
Alright, we're going back to Animal Row. There's a certain place I get to the story and then I'll stop it.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
Thanks for your time.
Alright, yeah, I gotta talk with this dude.
2 minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Iso.
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
Ah, they were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood, and that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million.
Crap. Alright, so I'm gonna talk to the old lady.
Hey, you. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Yeah, everybody, you do hit like, because I can't see. It's really difficult control-wise because of the because it's like when I'm on GOG, this is such an old game, I guess. The emulator won't let me, like, you know, like most games you can hit escape and then like use your, you know, your mouse for other stuff. Not so with this deal, so I have to. That's kind of why I'm doing the setup like it is. So.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Thanks for your time.
Let's go see Bob.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time.
I gotta catch Ezo again.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Okay.
Tôi rất mong Thành Lan nào nhanh. Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó? Ông đó đang nhìn xin hỏi cái chỗ cảnh sát ở đâu. Ông đó đang nhìn. Ông đó đang nhìn.
Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Maggie, come here, girl. Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
My apologies, y'all. Had to hit the head, as it said. All right, I'm getting a phone call. Or we've got a
I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath. My wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told my wrath. My wrath did grow.
Crank calls were a dime a dozen in this city, and I'd had my share. Still, this guy sounded more like an English teacher than the average scumbag. If I'd been more awake, the message might have spooked me. Erase and reset.
I don't think. Hold on. Animal run one more time and then.
Your floor number, please.
Oh, I needed to. Yes, I need to talk to the. I know.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I know I need to do now.
Your floor number, please.
At least you can make him run, man. Yeah, man. You know, it's like, I don't know. Oh, yeah. I'll talk to this dude. This is what I didn't do. I gotta.
Lock up.
Wanna lock up. Oh, I'm not in there. Thank God.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I don't know them.
Were they together?
They seemed to be. I saw them talking.
Before or after the explosion?
Before. I didn't see them at all after. That's all I know, I swear. I wouldn't even know where to find explosives. I'm not a violent man.
Of course you aren't. You just want to let replicants walk the streets.
They're not killers, Detective. They're innocents. They just want to live a decent, productive life like you or me.
It's that simple, huh? I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir. We're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live
That's
by
right.
a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk.
See, it's giving me that. But what's her name did the voice comp on him and said it was human. So what, you know, why would I waste my time with this shit? So,
You keeping busy, pal?
We're done.
Please leave me alone.
We're done with
My
him,
brain's
man.
acting up.
I want to go back and see the Japanese dude so we can get him to do what he did instead of getting just 2 minutes.
Ruth.
2 minutes is just the beginning. And that's a good place to stop. And yeah. There he is. All right. Now we had to make this happen.
Ever consort with a group called CARS, C-A-R-S?
Cars. What is that?
Citizens Against Replicant Slavery.
I don't have time for such pursuits.
How about Spencer Gregorian?
The same goes for him, whoever he is.
Funny, because he described you to a T. Even down to that stupid little ponytail you got.
It's called a chomagi.
What would you say if I told you Gregorian named you as one of the people who was there when the Tyrell building blew up?
There's a mistake somewhere along the chain of communication.
So, you're denying all involvement?
I won't lie to you, Detective. There was a time in my life when I might have been involved with such an organization. I actually cared. But now, all I care about is my business. I am nothing but a humble salesman. Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Oh!
I am not about to have all my hard work obliterated just because you stumbled into my shop, Detective. Westerners need guns and hardware. All I need is will.
You blew your retirement loot this time, Slim.
What are you doing here?
Tracking this piece of shit. What are you doing here besides putting your nuts on the chopping block?
Investigating Ezo. Maybe we should compare notes.
Maybe you should find another line of work. Just in case I'm not around to bail you out next time. I'll wait for the uniforms. Why don't you grab yourself a slice of quiche or something? And pick up a bottle of scotch for the real Blade Runner, will ya? Just kidding, Slim.
Alright, and... So I think that dude was a human. I think she aired out a human, so... I don't know.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city.
Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó? Có đồ ăn ở đó.
Alright, and this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and wrap for the night. Everybody that came, I appreciate you. Thanks, I appreciate everything. It's like I can't read all the damn chat and stuff, so I might just do that in a second here. Alright, so we're going to save this one though. Alright. Let's save it. Alright. And call. I'll call it the. I'll just do 2 backups. Alright, and on that note, we'll call it a show. Thanks, everybody. See you later. And on that note, now I can use my my pointer to do what I want it to. I hate that though, it goes to that stupid page right there. All right, fam, we'll see y'all later, and thanks for stopping by and hanging with us.